Before I'll start this lesson, part of my preparations will be so I'll familiarize myself, my own personal preparation before the class, to familiarize myself with the lesson videos, review the lessons, listen to the videos, make sure there is no crack and there is absolute flow. Because there are cases where I think one happened sometime. I had to change it at some point, but I didn't know. I think I got the feedback either from our partners in Ogun State. The video will play somewhere and end and stop without some kind of hitch, and I didn't know. So it's good. So I'll watch to the end to make sure that it flows very well. And again, like Obohai said, to make sure that it's fully connected, with the lesson of that day. Then I also review the manual, look at the objectives, the lessons, objectives, to be sure that all my teachings, whatever I'm going to discuss with them, will be able to achieve those learning objectives. So the learning objective is just to guide me to know what they are supposed to achieve. The change, the outcome they're supposed to get from that video or from our session. So it's okay for me to know them. And for lesson 3, so I want to find out if my pupils, so learning objectives, so they will find out, I want to be sure that they understand all about citizenship. And I'll help them to deepen their thoughts around their allegiance, patriotism, and responsibility to their state and country, Nigeria, and society at large. And the third one, I want to help them with self-critical thinking about citizenship in Nigeria. With self-critical thinking. What it means, at the end of that session, inside them, they'll be thinking, they'll be wondering, were they actually doing the right thing? Or whatever they think that was the right thing, was it actually the right thing? Or these are the new things to do, or there are things to do for them to show that they are true citizens of their country. So they have to learn all those elements and those components and make sure that they live citizenship by character and not just by description or by registration or going to get NIN. That doesn't make you a citizen. You have to live by character. So I want to make sure that they understand all those very important components and elements of citizenship. So those are the learning objectives I will be very familiar with. Then before the class, I'll make sure that the class is well spacious, arrange the chairs. Probably I could find some students or some pupils to help me arrange the chairs, or some of the pupils to help me set up the class, sweep it, open up the windows to make sure that it's well ventilated. Then I make sure that the TV, in fact, if possible, I'll play the video in the TV to make sure that it plays fully well. And then our power alternative is also ready. If we need to buy fuel, we'll buy fuel. So these are the physical preparations before the class. And I also go and tell them, maybe tell their teachers to just announce that all the members should know that we have our meeting day tomorrow or whenever it is, just as a reminder. Okay? So what else am I supposed to do? So I think then so far so good. Then I'll also find time to read their own handbook, just flip through the sessions to know what they know and what I expect from them. Okay, so the lesson proper. So Young LIONNA, Young LIONNA, Young LIONNAs. How are you today? Are you sure? Yes, are you happy? Yes. If you are happy and you know, say leader.
Leader.
If you are happy and you know, say leader.
Leader.
If you are happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, say leader.
Leader.
Clap for yourselves. Very good, very good. Clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at Leaders are citizens first. Leaders are citizens first. So before we start, in our usual way, let's respect our fatherland by singing our national anthem. Okay? I'll rise. Rise and sit. No, everybody must rise. Okay, except you. All rise and sit. Okay. So the last time, what was our topic last time? Who can tell me what we taught last time? Who? You can say any topic at all. The act of leadership perspective. Is that true? Yes. Is she right? Yes. Okay, tell me one aspect of leadership perspective. Just one you know. Who can tell me? Anyone? Leaders have vision.
Leaders influences. They influences people.
Beautiful. Leaders influence or leaders influence. Okay, leaders influence people. Again? What again?
Leaders have self-confidence.
They have self-confidence. Ah, very good. So they are patriotic. Beautiful. Clap for yourselves. Ah, you guys are very, very good. So I hope you are showing that values. You are showing that you are leaders now. So if I ask your parents, are you sure they will say yes? My child is a good leader. You show that in school or at home? Are you sure?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, today we'll have leaders as citizens first. So, what do you understand by a nation? What is a nation? Did you read? You read the last lesson, Abby, before you come to class. So, what do you understand by a nation? What is a nation? Okay, good. Another person? Good. Clap for him. Next. Okay, very good. Very good. So, who is a citizen of Nigeria? Who is a citizen? You're a citizen of Nigeria. What makes you a citizen of Nigeria? Because you're a Nigerian. Just like that? Good. Very good. Next, yeah?
I'm a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
What made me to be a citizen is I'm born in Nigeria.
Very good. You are born in Nigeria. Next. What makes you a citizen of Nigeria? Adobe, you're not smiling today.
Because of my national identity.
Because of your national identity. Okay, what makes you a national identity? What makes you identity? What exactly? What makes you a national identity? Okay, give me an example of citizens, other citizens you know, whether at home, on your streets, neighborhood, or in school. Can you mention anybody you know that is a good citizen? A good citizen. Anybody you know? Yes, the name of the person.
My daddy is a good citizen.
Oh, yeah, daddy is a good citizen. Clap for her. So what makes your daddy?
Because my daddy buys chicken for us.
So anybody that buys chicken for you is a good citizen, right? Is that what they say? No. Okay. No, it's okay. No problem. So what next? So you, which other citizen do you know?
My school director is a good citizen.
Who?
My school director.
So what makes him a good citizen?
Because he has other people's intention in his heart.
Okay.
Like the way he gives children scholarship, those that did well.
Okay.
And when you have problem and you come to him, he would like to listen to you and then offer his own help.
Beautiful. Okay, hands of applause. So what of you now? Let's come to you. Are you a citizen of Nigeria? Yes. Are you a good citizen of Nigeria?
Yes.
What makes you a good citizen?
What makes me a good citizen is that I don't destroy public properties, government properties, and I obey the rules of our country, Nigeria.
Beautiful. Okay, next.
I'm a good citizen because I come to school very early.
Beautiful. Next.
Citizen because I respect our national anthem.
Because you do what?
I respect our national anthem.
So how do you respect your national anthem?
By standing attentively when the national anthem is going on.
Beautiful. Hands of applause. Very good. Oh, you guys are very, very intelligent. I see. So that means you read your book very well. I'm happy with you. So what next? So what makes a bad citizen? What makes someone a bad citizen?
One is a
Why?
bad citizen when you destroy government properties, you don't keep the law of your nation or country. That makes you a bad citizen.
Okay. Very good. Next. Yes?
When you are
Okay, go ahead.
when you are moving around while the national anthem is going on, you are a bad citizen.
Beautiful. Next. So opposite of. Okay, go ahead. Yes, ma.
When you come to school very late, you are
You
a
come to
bad
school very late.
citizen. Yeah.
Beautiful. Clap for her. She said she comes to school very late. So she's a bad citizen. Is that what you said?
When you come to school, me, I come early.
Who comes to school? Me? Anybody that comes to school. Very good. Hands of applause. So, so very, very, very good answer. So thank you so much. That means yes. Now you have good sense of what citizenship is all about. So let's look at this video and see what we can learn from that. Okay?
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back. Today, we're learning all about being a good citizen. Are you a good citizen? I bet you are. So what is a good citizen? A good citizen is someone
You
who
didn't
is
tell me.
part of the community and
You guys didn't tell me you're not seeing it. I thought it was already playing. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. So while you are watching, you can take your little time to go through the next.
Hello, boys
you know,
and girls, and welcome back. Today, we're learning all about being a good citizen. Are you a good citizen? I bet you are.
So you know what will happen here? With all those questions we've asked, you see, they are all like pending. Okay, that's good. Clap for her. They'll all be looking forward to find the answers to those questions because you've not said anything. So it will heighten their curiosity and their attentiveness to get those answers from the video.
What is a good citizen? A good citizen is someone who is part of a community and follows the rules and laws of that place. It is important to be a good citizen at home, school, and in the community. Let's take a look at some things good citizens do. Is nice and kind to others. Takes care of friends in need. Picks up litter and recycle. shares with others. Helps out at home. He's helping his mother wash dishes. And this sweet little girl is helping with laundry. Oh, she's cleaning the windows with her father. Cleans up after making a mess. Do you clean up your messes? A good citizen takes care of their pets. Taking care of a pet is a big responsibility. Shares. Fix things for their neighbors. Is safe. Listens to their teacher. You can learn a lot from listening. Works hard. It is important to work hard at home and school. Works together. Washes their hands. It's important to stay germ-free, guys. Respects others. Loves. Thank you for watching. Now, practice being a good citizen. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.
Okay, so now you've seen the video, so let us know. So what do you learn from the video about being a good citizen? So what makes you a good citizen? What do you learn? Chichi,
I learned that I will share my sweets with my friend.
With your friend, okay,
Yes,
is it only
I
sweet?
learned that. No, not only sweets. I will share everything I have with her.
Beautiful.
That's if she gives me her own.
That's if she gives you. So does that make you a good citizen? So you're waiting for her to give you before you share.
No. The video said I should share before I wait for her to give me.
So if it doesn't give you, uncle. Yeah?
Uncle, what will
Look,
I do if
children.
she doesn't give me?
So if you give someone and the person doesn't give you, would that make you stop being a good citizen? No. Would you turn to a bad citizen? No. So next time if the person needs help, won't you help? That's what makes you a good citizen.
Okay.
A good citizen doesn't look for the benefits all the time. You are good because you're good. And you cannot give what you don't have. So because you have goodness in you, you always be good by sharing. And by sharing, you know what you do? One day, the person will now learn from you that even though she doesn't give you back, you always share. And the person will learn how to share. Isn't it? So what else do you learn? Adobe. Okay.
Helping my parents at home,
Okay.
like washing the dishes, sweeping the floor,
Beautiful.
and all that.
So you can see the video has so many lessons. Now, so a nation. So we asked before, what is a nation? So a nation is a large group of people united by common descent, history, culture, or language, all inhabiting in a particular country or territory. A group of people united by a common descent. What's a common descent? When you all come from one ancestor. Maybe your great-great-great-great-grandfather. You know how they used to say it? They will say your great-great-great-great-grandfather. Do you know where all their children are now? There are many places. So sometimes as a black person, they will say you have one great-great-grandfather that was black. That's why all of us are black. So people can come together to form a community or a nation because they have a common grandfather or grandparents. That's what they call ancestry or common descent. People can also form a nation because they have common history. They have common history, just like Nigeria. Our colonization, you know this, you must have heard now, that the whites, the British colonized us. And not only the Igbos, they also colonized the Yorubas, colonized the Medo, they colonized the Hausas, they colonized most of us. So because we now have common history in terms of colonization, they now brought us together and we become Nigeria. That's how we form another nation. You can also form a nation if you have the same culture. If your culture are the same, if you come to like southeast part of Nigeria or southwest part of Nigeria, you will discover that they have similar kind of culture. They also have similar language. So these are the things that can make people to come together to form a nation. And this is how Nigeria becomes a nation. Then a country is the same as a nation, but this group of people are living in a particular area or space. And what that area means is that people can come together and live in a, even though they might not be speaking the same language or might not be have the same culture, but because there's the space that they've all come together to live, they decide to become a country because of that area. However, a nation and a country are used together. So, but when you mention a country, it means that these are a group of people, which is a nation, coming to live in a particular area and that becomes a country. All right? Okay. So now, a citizen, like we also described in the video, is the legal inhabitant and owner of a country or state by birth or residence. A legal owner of a country. Because you are born in that country, naturally, you become the citizen of that country. Then there's also another type of citizen, they will say by residence. Sometimes you go to another country to live, and they have stayed there for a very long time. And their policy there will say, if you stay more than 10 years, or if you stay more than 5 years, or a certain period of time, they will consider you as a citizen of that country, even though you are not born there. That is why some of our brothers and sisters, they've gone to Canada, Europe, USA, Germany. They've stayed there for a long time, and they come back and tell us they are now citizens. So it's called citizens by residence because they've lived there, even though they are not born there. So this is one big mark that makes you a citizen. Then patriotism, the quality of being devoted to serve and support your country, the quality of loving your country, willingness to do anything you can do to show that you are proud of your country. That is called patriotism. And in all these, when you bring them together, they will tell you that a citizen also have so many qualities and elements. And what are the elements? From your reading, what other components by character, what you do in a country to show that you are a citizen? The first one is pay your tax. Second one is what? Why do you pay taxes? Sorry?
So that government will use it to develop our road.
We are paying so our government to use it to develop our country, give us schools, give us health, hospitals, roads, so water, so that we'll all be happy. So it's small contributions we make for the government to use them to make our country better. So will it be good that some people are making contributions and they are building roads? Why some person is not? Is it good? No. It's not. If others are paying their tax for government to give you road, give you health facility, hospitals and schools, and you're not paying your own, but you are also benefiting, does that make you a citizen? No. That's not a good citizen. Okay? So other component is citizens being patriotic and so on. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where as a good citizen, you think, you come to the class or to the school, your brother is also, a pupil in this school, for example, and he did something bad. Maybe he broke somebody's cup, but you saw him, but it's only you that knew about that. And the teacher came up sometime and started asking, or the person started crying, and they're asking everybody, who took Chidinma's cup? And everybody, they're asking everybody, they're saying, I don't know. And they ask your brother, and your brother also said that he doesn't know. And they asked you, who broke Chidinma's cup? What would you do? Would you say it's your brother that broke it? Yes. I know that if you mention your brother, they will flog him 12. You say it's your brother?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next, choose.
My brother will beat me when I call his name, so I won't call his name.
Okay. Next. What would you do?
I will call his name and tell the teacher that he will beat me after the class. So that the teacher will caution him not to beat me.
Okay, very good. Next.
I will tell the teacher that my brother is just passing and eventually they match the cup.
Okay, so very good. So in all this, what do you think a good citizen will do? Supposed to do? Knowing fully well, if you say the truth, your brother will bear the consequences. They will flog him or they would. What do you think he will do as a good citizen?
A good citizen should say the truth.
Should say the truth. So when you say it's not your brother because they beat you, have you said the truth?
No, but I don't want them to beat me.
So do you know what a good citizen will do? He or she will say the truth, but apologize on behalf of the brother. I've seen in my own experience where such things happen, the person said the truth and asked the teacher to flog him instead because he felt he betrayed me by saying the truth because he was the only person that saw me. But he mentioned me and asked the teacher to flog him instead of flogging me. But let him bear the consequence. And the teacher felt so inspired by such acts. At the end, they called me to caution me, but they didn't flog me. But that person, that my friend, was a wonderful citizen. Saying the truth and willing, because you still about leadership, to accept whatever consequences. So that's a good. Then what if you find a situation where somebody eats corn and throw the wrap on the floor or banana, and you are coming behind, the person just throw it on the floor and walks away. What would you do as a citizen?
I will pick it up and trash it.
Okay. What next?
I will tell the person to come and pick it.
And the person will blow you. And the person will blow you. What will you do? Next. But good, as a good citizen, what will you do?
I will pick it.
Is that all? So when the person
tell
that
the person not to do it again. I will show the person where the person should put it.
Beautiful. That means you care for your country and you want your country to be clean. As a good citizen, yes, you can trash it, but the person doesn't know what he did. So it's good for you can call the person's attention, say, this thing you did is not good. Don't worry, I'll go and pick it and trash for you just in case of next time. Because the way you approach people, talk to people, will make them to even listen to you and respect you. But if you go and say, come here, my friend, go and pick that thing. Fight. Wouldn't they do that kind of thing? Wouldn't they do you? Fight will start. And the person will see it as correction. The person will see it as what? Insult, abuse. So good citizens, they talk politely, they approach you with love. Because it's their country, they'll say, see that banana you threw there. I know you didn't know. It's not your fault, no problem. But it's not good for our country to be littered like this. But don't worry, I'll go and pick it for you and try, just in case of next time. Okay? Thank you. Well done. You're my good friend. And you go and pick it and trash. Forever, the person will do it again. And you've changed one person. So when you look at all these characteristics and qualities of good citizenship, you will discover that they are all the same thing with being a good leader. Isn't it? This is exactly what leaders do. And that is why we are saying that leaders are citizens what? First. If you're not a good citizen, be doing these things as a citizen, you can't do them when you become a leader. If you are disobeying the traffic laws, you are driving, you don't obey the traffic lights, and do it as a citizen, do you think that when you become the president, you can obey the constitution? You won't. So before we become leaders, we are all citizens. The president today was a citizen sometime. The governor today was a citizen. And if as a citizen, you're not doing what you should do, as a good citizen, I tell you, even if God puts you in the position to become a leader tomorrow, you will not be a good leader. You'll be disobeying the laws, messing up, stealing money, doing all manners of things. So this is why it's very, very important for us to become good citizens, so that when we become good leaders, we'll be able to change our country. So how many of us will be good citizens from today? Are you sure? Yes. Well, clap for yourselves. Okay, so thank you so much. So today, we have come to the end of this lesson. We have learned how to become good citizens first before we become leaders, right? So thank you so much. And your questions and your answers, I love all of you. So we are hoping that from today, we'll be showing that thing that makes you good citizens from today, so that we'll be very hopeful that you become good leaders, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so let's clap for yourself. Clap for yourself very well. Okay, so let's sing, let's recite our pledge and call it a day. So stand up. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my glory. So help me God. Okay, so our next lesson will be, so make sure you read that lesson before we come. It will be leaders are servants. Leaders are what? Servants. Leaders are servants. So make sure you read that portion. In the next session, we're going to go through it, and I expect you to give me a good answer like that. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening. Go home and show your neighbors and your friends that you are now a good citizen. Bye.